Yes, my wonderful people, welcome to J Progress Entertainment again, my people. When you listen to me, I'm going to tell you this now. Get out if you can, ladies and also gentlemen. Get out if you can. A woman share her experience at the ordeal where she got through in a domestic abuse relationship. She has stayed in that relationship for umpteen amount of years, which people will ask themselves, why did she stay in such an abusive relationship, knowing what she's going through? It's not always as easy to get out as how you get in. But I can say this to you, just like this lady, when we go share our story. Get out if you can. It can cost you your life. And I'm going to share with you this ordeal that this woman has gone through. Trust me, this is going to be an eye-opener. My people, make we mix up the gravy, take the meat off of the bone, and get straight to work. So me come across this story, my people, about a woman. She's a survivor of domestic abuse, and she shared the horror tale of what she has gone through. She urged other women, leave before it is too late. And this is what I'm trying to get across to a lot of you people. Leave before it's too late. This is for man and this is for women also. So now, the woman made two separate. The man made two separate attempts at the woman's life. Try 2 times to take the woman's life. She's a mother of 2. She have to leave her abusive relationship because it got too much. Not just for her safety, but for the sake of her children who were constantly exposed to the act of violence. Remember, when a child grows into a household where they're exposed to violence, 3/4 of the time, they will dispel this into their life growing up as an adult. Remember when me tell you that. So sometimes you're not leaving the relationship just for you. You're leaving the relationship also for your kids. Don't remain in an abusive relationship. Say you're staying in there because of your kids. No. Leave because of your kids. Remember when me tell you that. The now 30-year-old woman said that she was in a 10-year-long relationship with a man who was not only her partner, but the sole provider for her and the children. And this is the reason why a lot of women will convince you and explain why they stay. At first, she said the relationship was decent, but it turned out sour after they hit the 1-year mark together. And remember in my previous video, me want to know about that 1-year, 2-year mark of the relationship. No sissy, you no lie me I tell? Alright. Moving on now. He wanted to tell me where to go and tell me what to do. So he becomes controlling. And that's the first red flag. If I was talking to anybody, he would curse me, make noise and beat me up. We were together for about 10 years and it lasted about 7 years in the relationship. During this 7 years of torture, she recalled that there were days when the beating were unbearable. However, she was unemployed with 2 children and had no other source of income, which is why she stayed with this man for almost 10 years and suffered 7 years of domestic abuse. She shared that one horrific incident which will never leave her is when she was preparing to go downtown Kingston to purchase snacks for her 4-year-old son, and he accused her of going to see another man. I said to him, "What you mean? Is a man I am going to look for?" He put his hand around me from the back and choked me. Whoa. I pushed back on him, and we ended up in the next room. While he was choking me, I fell on a bottle and burst my foot really bad. I had to go to the hospital and it was rough, she recalled. She could barely move her leg. However, that did not stop him from continuing his abuse. The moment she was released from the hospital, she said things were back to square one. In her early 20s at the time, she said she became very depressed and stressed. Of course, a woman ever got through that when they are going through domestic abuse. Especially when you know you have no one to turn to. You have kids, and that person is the sole breadwinner of the family, sole provider. Come on now, man. The woman said, "I didn't know anything or how to look for a job, so I was very depressed. I sat down and said, me I go really take this all of my life because he is taking care of the children." The woman said she cried daily and would think my kids are going to lose me one day because of this. She said, adding that when he was not choking her, he was drawing a knife to stab her, to ram it in her. You hear me I say? Are threatening to take her life. Boy, oh boy, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. You see why it better you leave as the earliest opportunity you get? Alright. Though she was being physically and emotionally abused, the young woman said it was the impact it had on her children, who would witness her abuse daily and be abused and be abused themselves. So he was also abusing the kids. That gave her the strength to leave the relationship. Mostly my big son knew everything from when he was like 4 years old, coming up. When me and him, the father of the child, were vexed, the kids come to me. If I called them and they came to me, he would beat them and tell them not to talk to me. Imagine that. You and the father of your child in an argument and you upset, and the father beat the pitney them because them talk to them mother. You see where some people are got you? Sometimes we there and we not even know the ordeal and the torture where some people are facing in their life on a daily basis. Remember when me tell you that. It continued. He would give me things to eat, but because he was providing and didn't have anything, when he gives the children things to eat, the big one would hide and bring things come and give me. But me ever saw him do it, he would beat him. Listen. Basically, true the man know him a provider, and a him buy food put in the house and pay the bills them. Him and the woman begs. Him woman can't touch nothing when buy put in the house. And anyone of the pit them see them mother and know see them mother not eat nothing for a day, or for the past 2 days, and try to give them mother any food, they would be in for a beating. What is that really? That man should be in prison right now. I look upon life imprisonment. Remember when me tell you that. The woman said she witnessed her children experience abuse, plunge her further into depression, also when they would comfort her after abusive incident. Because the people them know say them mother go through a lot, but them can't do nothing. The most they can do is try and comfort them mother. Anytime my big son saw me cry, he would cry too and say, "Mommy, what happened to you?" And I would cry and say, "I can't take this thing anymore." Sometimes he would hide behind his father back and cuss him off and say, me not like him. What kind of child would like a father like that anyway? She shared, adding that it broke her to see her children develop such hatred in their heart. However, it was his first attempt at her life that really shocked her to the core. The victim recalled that she was with her friend and her friend's boyfriend one night when they realized it was getting late. Because they lived in a volatile area, she said she decided to follow them halfway home. When I walked off, he appeared and said, "You don't live anywhere." I said, "I soon come." By the time I went up the road and come back, I saw him at the side of the building with a long knife. What kind of life that doing, man? How can anybody really even think about living in a life like that? Every day in your life, you must be living in fear. Him come back and see the man with a long knife at the yard and wait for her. He said I was following my man up the road. I said, "You see me follow any man go up the road?" My ear was braided at the time, and when I was walking off, he grabbed my ear from the back and threw me down on the ground. Wow. He came over me with the knife and stab me. So he go over the woman and use the knife. And it was my friend who told him, no, don't do it. Don't take the woman's life. I went into the house the night and I was saying, "Look how I could have lost my life," she shared. She said she reported the incident to the police, hoping that would bring an end to everything, but nothing happened. A few months later, she said she was sitting outside with her friends and family members when he approached and asked her if she was not coming inside the house. By the time I could say I soon go in, he was like, "Get up no, get up." My friend said to me, "Get up and go on before this man take your life." She was the one who stopped him from taking her life in the first instant that night. So I got up and went inside. My mind said, "Don't go in your room, go in your sister's room." When I went inside my sister's room, I sat on the bed behind the door. He pushed his head inside the room and had a broken bottle in his hand, ready to use it on her again. Jeez, man like them are still living in the world, man. And them they are prison? No, sir. Luckily, her sister was quick to react and calmed him down. She recalled her grandmother shielding her, adamant that she would not allow him to lay a finger on her. That was the night I decided that I was going to call the police and tell them that I wanted to leave because I couldn't take it anymore, she said to her mom. If I had stayed in another month, my kids would grow up without a mother, the woman said, because she knew she wouldn't dare to share her story today. After reporting the incident to the police, she said she went in search of a job and a safe place to house her children. She then mustered up the courage to take her abuser to court, where she was forced to answer for he was forced to answer for his crime in front of the judge. The woman said she find comfort in her independence, living on her own and fighting to make life for herself, knowing that she is no longer under the abuse. The woman said, "I can go anywhere. Nobody is controlling me or telling me not to go. I can stand up and talk to anybody and not to be afraid of anyone saying to me." You understand? Listen, anytime, anything like that, I just felt free. The woman said she feel a level of freedom. In an appeal to other mothers and other women out there, she urged them to leave their abusers before it's too late, warning that they could lose their life in the process. They may not be as lucky as her. It was a lucky thing that people was there to save her life twice. Once you tell yourself that you can't take this anymore, even though he is the breadwinner, just try to get a job. From you get a job and you know that you can take care of your child or your kids, you can make up your mind to leave the woman, say. You can put a stop to it before it's too late. I nearly lost my life twice. And I was not going to make it the third time. My advice to you is to try and leave before it's too late. Don't stay in an abusive relationship. It can cost you your life, she warned other women and other mothers. You can put a stop to it before it's too late. Do it now, the woman said, and don't try to stay night, me people. And this is from a 30-year-old woman who has been in a relationship for almost 10 years. And from the second year, leading into the second year, the abuse started. Imagine that. And she ended up having 2 kids in that relationship. And make me tell you, the woman almost lose her life twice. So if a man were out there and woman were out there, if you need an abusive relationship, don't wait until it's too late. Take this woman warning who have been a victim of domestic abuse for almost 9 years of her life, and it happened in front of her kids, and she almost lose her life twice. And take my advice. Don't stay in any relationship where you are being physically, mentally, and emotionally abused on a daily basis, and there is no end to it. Remember when me tell you that. People, take it from me and take it from a person who has been through it like this lady. Remember good. 1J Progress Entertainment, me people. Remember good, no man. You not have to ask nobody nothing, and nobody not have to tell you nothing. I just 1J Progress Entertainment. Believe, no man.